Alright, so I recorded the first episode using the PS4 camera um, mic that it has built into it, and I feel like it sounds like crap, frankly. Um, so, you may or may not see the first episode, and this be the second episode. We'll just play it by ear. Um, might just release that first episode and this episode so that we get a variety, or I can get some input on what sounds better, even though a nice, really good um, a really good mic would be better, you know. So let's try and keep it, get a better quality, because nobody wants to, like, it sounds all robot-y and disgusting, so I'm just, straight off from that one, I just watched it and it sounded crappy, really crappy. So I'm recording this one, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be episode 2, which is just gonna be food collecting and tossing around ideas about where to live and all that good stuff. Because I have no idea what even biomes are around here. I mean, I got this nice plains, which is nice. I got some extreme hills. We got a snow biome that way. How much time in the day do we have left? Yeah, we got some time. We got some time, so we'll just toss this in here. Take out some food. The axe. Some more food and the map. And we'll just go exploring this first episode and see what this world gets. So, recently it got brought to my attention about the stuttering thing, and there it goes. I did it again. And I want to hear your guys', like, anybody out there who's had stuttering issues, whether it be on camera or face to face, or when you're in front of a group of people, or just in general. Because in general I stutter a little bit, and I have to, it's either I stutter really hard and make it extremely noticeable that, hey, this guy's stuttering really bad. It's not as bad as some people's, but I really don't like it. Um, any techniques you guys know out there that can help with the stuttering issues, because I'm, like, really tired of it, because, like, everybody is pointing it out. Like, my own mom, like, I love her to death, but she even, been on the bandwagon of being a kind of a jerk to me a little bit, poking fun at me, and I don't like that. I don't, it's bad when your mom pokes fun at you. I love her to death, and she loves me, and I know she's just, having a bit of fun, but I don't like it, and I'm really sensitive about the issue, because I mean, it started maybe sophomore year, probably, yeah, probably it's about sophomore year, 10th grade, and it just hasn't stopped, and I've worked on it and worked on it, and I can't do it. The more I talk, the less I stutter, but I don't talk a whole lot with people, just because, don't take this the wrong way, and not subscribe to the YouTube channel, because you totally should if you enjoy yourself here. But I don't like dealing with people, because people are evil. People are not necessarily evil, but they're jerks. Like we can be like the worst social to people, like the worst. How do I explain it? We could just be the worst to each other, as people who are, I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. We treat each other like crap a lot of the time, and I. It's not that I 100% care what everybody thinks about me, but when it's something as simple as a stutter, or small things that you can have a little bit of control over. If it's somebody just, for the lack of a better word, being a dick, just doing their thing and being a dick, that's one thing. But when it's like a small, subtle thing that changes the way a person might perceive you, the way, like, a first impression, it's that's something that you should work on to get rid of, like, and not necessarily, you know, every little aspect that somebody doesn't like, you gotta work on and fix it. You don't, if you're just a bigger person, you're a bigger person. If, you're too skinny because you can't gain weight, I mean, trust me, I know plenty of kids that they look anorexic, but they eat like the BFG, they eat and they can down like a whole, triple bypass burger from the Heart Attack Grill. They just can do that, and that's just the way they are. And they won't gain weight. Just the same way I know plenty of bigger people who diet really good and they eat really well. They can't shed the weight, you know, just a metabolism thing, or all the different aspects. When it's something like that, stuff like that's something you can't really change. But when it's this little stutter that comes from like me being hesitant, or I don't know, maybe it's a lack of self-confidence, or stuff like that you can change. Try and make yourself better. Always try to improve, do better, do better. And that's what I want to be able to do. But we'll see how this goes. It might just be I'm stuck with the stutter, this slight stutter for the rest of my life, which which would suck, but if that's the way it's meant to be, that's the way it's meant to be. Can't really change what you can't change, but I'm gonna attempt to better myself, because I mean I get called out on my stream once in a while for the stutter, and why do you talk weird and all that stuff, and it's not like I said before, it's not necessarily that I care what everybody thinks about me, whether it be negative or positive. It's just that's something that I can viably work on without, changing entirely who I am. Okay, where's our place? I'm screwed. Okay, at least we're not in 1.9. If we were in 1.9, I would be dead. I would be totally dead, because you have to wait for that swing, and here you can just spam it up. Oh, ow. And if I keep jumping off of cliffs like that and losing health, of course I'm not going to survive. But yeah, like, that's just kind of, food for thought, I guess, is always try to, make yourself a bit better, and expand what you're able, your capabilities, always try to do better, be better, because you don't want to be the same person in 10 years that you are today, because then you don't, oh, there we go. Personal growth is like the key to success, is growing, whether it be, the speech thing, a weight problem, or, a slew of other issues that can be caused, that can prevent you from growing personally, your pride, or you just don't want to admit something, or you lie too much, or all those things. You don't want those little things to, even though sometimes they're not so little, but you don't want to be restricted in your life to be able to do the things that you want to be doing. I don't want to, not necessarily that I want to get a job at a telemarketing place, because those places are horrible, but I had one for about a week before they fired me, because I can't talk well, and that stops me from like a personal growth aspect, because I can't, get a job in a certain field, like when it's stuff that requires a degree, it's okay. Sometimes, you just don't want to go spend it, 12 years in school to be a doctor if you don't like medicine. You don't, but when it's like you can't go and, go to a call center, get a job because you stutter, you might want to try to grow a little bit past that specific point, because, well, I mean, let's face it, if you live in a crappy neighborhood now, In 20 years, I'm pretty sure you don't want to live in that crappy neighborhood. But if you don't grow personally, whether it be, your job, your education, something, you're going to get stuck in that crappy neighborhood for 20 years or more. And, I'm pretty sure we all know those people that had a crappy childhood and their children have a crappy childhood. And that has a lot to do with personal growth. Yeah, there's economic conditions that stop you from, growing. But at the same time, like, if you're not trying to pass whatever it is that's hindering you from achieving new goals, new heights, you're not gonna achieve anything. That's just how it is. It sounds a bit messed up, but that's how it is. It's just really how it is. And now I'm stuttering again. It's like you have to try to continuously move forward and move beyond where you're at now, or else you're going to get stuck in the same position for the rest of your life. And I mean, the whole thing about life is to, and your parents doing what they're doing to provide for you so you have a better life in your situation. You growing up, that they had them growing up. And I mean, sometimes it doesn't work because life is a pain in the butt. I'm trying hard not to cuss, but life is a pain, and you can't always control every situation. But the things you can control, grab them by the balls. Okay? Anything you can control within your own life, grab it with a firm grip and don't let it go, and take control of that instead of it letting, your life control you. I'm not talking down to anybody who might be having trouble, pushing forward in life, but that's something you got to do, is just keep moving it forward. You cannot I can't stress it enough about, just keeping it moving forward. Because if you're not moving forward, you're probably going to end up moving backward. Or just staying in the same place. And either of those is not a good thing. It's not. Grab life by the balls and take control. Whether that be in school or a relationship. I mean, not saying, force yourself into a relationship onto somebody who doesn't want a relationship, but if you want something, set yourself goals and do it. Just do it. Go out there and work towards it. Or nothing, nobody's going to give you anything. You earn everything. That's just how it is. Whether you realize it or not, everything that's given to you that you see as a gift is earned. Like if you're a bad kid, your parents, they shouldn't. Your parents shouldn't be giving you gifts, whether it be your birthday or not, if you're being a bad kid. You don't get given a paycheck. You work your butt off for 2 weeks, and in some cases, you once a month you get paid, and you work your butt off to get that check. You worked for that. It's given to you by your boss or your supervisor, whoever is the one in charge of your check, but you earned that check. You earned it. And that's the way it is. You're not given a grade in class. You earn it. But there goes the timer, and I'm going to have to end the episode, or else we're going to get cut off, because I can only do 15 minutes straight off the PS4. So, any questions, comments, concerns, and the like, drop a comment. And I hope you guys enjoy this Let's Play. Hopefully I'll have more stuff by the time you guys watch episode 3. Have a great day. Peace out.